Hello. Ooh, let's just get straight into this. Alright, so planted a few berries while I was gone, but the main thing that I did is I did a little trading session with my Pokemon Emerald, where I mainly did a trade and trade back to get an item. Specifically, I got a stick for Farfetch'd. So hopefully we'll be able to see some critical hits happen. It'll be basically as if Farfetch'd says focus energy going at all times. A nice +2. I'm going to take the item to show you the description, because it's kind of interesting. If I read in Leaf Green when you get this item, it specifically calls out, oh yeah, you know, a held item for Farfetch'd, give it to it, it ups its critical hit ratio. But in Ruby and Sapphire, and I think Emerald, it just says this, oh, it's a stick of leek, you can sell it for, like, nothing if you want. Which is just kind of like an interesting thing. It's like, I don't think I've ever tried using a Farfetch'd with a stick in Ruby and Sapphire, so we're going to be testing out to make sure that works. It'd be interesting if it didn't. So, I think it's, like, possible that the description's kind of different, because, I don't know, I guess they were assuming, like, oh, you know, if you get this stick item in Ruby and Sapphire somehow, you know, there's no way you can get a Farfetch'd, so we don't want to specifically call out Pokemon that you can't get. There's issues with that, per se, because, like, you know, the stick's in the game at all, because you've prepared for kind of everything. You probably knew you were going to be able to trade in Farfetch'd here at some point. There's no way to get the stick otherwise, so I don't know if they were just being super careful. And then also, like, as we saw when I was doing that interview stream or two ago, like, you're able to go into the Pokemon list and see, like, tons of Pokemon that you can't get in this game normally. I don't know if that's because, like, I traded in some Kanto Pokemon and that are not in the Ho Index, and that kind of kicked off a thing to be like, hey, you know, show this. I don't know if that's true or not. So, it's just an interesting thing. Give me a second, I need to adjust my fan. It's pretty warm today, so I have a swamp cooler going. Hopefully it's not, like, showing up in the stream or anything. So, I have not come up with a name for Houndoom or Smoochum or anything yet. Talking to my friend, we're, you know, workshopping some names, and, like, there's some general concepts, like Houndoom's, like, really OP right now. So, probably deserves, like, a pretty badass name for being, like, so OP this early. And then Smoochum's, like, been getting all these freezes. And that's just, like, been really memorable. I feel like she's, like, coming along really well. So there's probably some, like, really cool kind of, like, you know, freeze you solid just by looking at you kind of name. But my brain has not been working fully the past day or two. I've been pretty tired. Combination of just work and not a great sleep schedule and all that. So, my words might not be of the best quality today. So, you know, it's fine. These streams are chill and they're casual. So, we're just gonna play the game. I felt like playing the game, so I'm playing the game, and when I play this game, I stream it. That's how it's gonna go. So, what we need to accomplish today is we have Rock Smash, so let's head up north. I don't think there's really anything much else for us to be doing. The next gym is Flannery. I think to get to her, you have to go through Mount Chimney. In order to go through Mount Chimney, we have to kick off the next Evil Team segment. I think to do that, we have to get to Meteor Falls, and to get to Meteor Falls, we have to just head up north through Fall Harbor Town and all that. And Fall Harbor Town is home of the Move Relearner, which could be potentially useful, depending. I don't know if we're going to get there today, where you have quite a few routes to go through and trainers to fight and all that. So, and I'll be fighting all of them because I need the levels. I need the power. I need the EXP, baby. Do I have who I want up front? Smooch him. I also want to try out Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd still's pretty much just got Peck, Steel Wing, and some other basic moves. It'll be getting Swords Dance and Slash and all that, maybe someday. The Elite Four are stronger than gym leaders. Okay. So this is Ty and Gabby, who are this double battle right here. I know because like I fought them a million times to grind as a kid. They have an Exploud and Magneton, I think, when they're fully leveled. So they probably have like a Whisper and Magnemite right now. I'm trying to think, does Farfetch or Smoochum have any way to deal with a Magnemite? Not really. Well, let's just go into it, and if we have to switch out, we have to switch out, you know? Roll camera. Let's get this interview. I don't know, the concept that you can just be, like, out and about and, like, I don't know, just, like, people are happy-go-lucky enough to just interview random kids. Probably not put bad spins on them. It's just it's a good feeling. So Powdered Snow is going to hit both, I think, so that'll be excellent. Gosh, Peck and Steel Wing are just really not great for Magnemite, so let's just do what we can. Raise defense. Ouch. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, Farfetch'd, you are gonna have issues. Let's get you out of here. And honestly, I mean, Houndoom is what we need for Magnemite, but I'm just so reluctant to use him, user right now, just because it's just a push button to win Pokemon at the moment. Holy shit. Powder Snow, Ember. This should increase the power of Powdered Snow since it's hitting one target instead of two. Yes. I didn't know that was like a concept as a kid for like the longest time, that the power was split on multi-hit moves like that. I figured I was just multiplying the power across, you know, doing the same full power against multiple Pokemon. So yeah. I forget exactly what the formula is, because I feel like it changed over time. Awesome, awesome. Who are you? I knew we were onto something wild when we spotted you. Oh, please let me explain. We travel around everywhere, interviewing all sorts of trainers. Would you give us a little bit of your time for an interview? Oh, yes. But of course. Oh, yes. I don't know. Nostalgic, I guess. Is that a word we can do? Just because I fought these Gabby and Ty like so many times as a kid. Apparently, if you fight them enough, like over 255 times, they'll stop like rotating. Because right now they're gonna rotate between three different routes as you progress through the game. And then once you beat them at each location, they move on to the next one. And then from the final one, they move back to this first location, and you just fight them in those three over and over. But if you fight them enough times, they'll stop moving. Which means you can just, like, very easily rematch them over and over. Nostalgic's not a thing in here, it would seem, so You know, I'm living in the moment. Now. And we'll see that in the, on TV sometime. Oh, I forget that this Picnicker actually battles you. How is the life of my Smoochum right now? Irene. Could be better. Could be better. You might gain enough health to survive another powdered snow. Well, one more should do it. Farfetch'd is kind of low down too. Still in my head, for some reason, I'm considering like Amistar one of my overpowered Pokemon that's like overleveled because it's so strong, but it's totally not. I could totally like send it in and level it. Oh shit. Okay, Confuzzle, we gotta put a stop to this. Shit. Don't you have compound eyes for anything? Like, come on, man. This is not okay. This is not okay. I literally have perfect situations to use Disable, and then, like, it just wants to miss. Okay, that was okay. Disabled no more. Disabled, just, it lasts such a short period of time, too. Snapped out of his confusion. That's not good. I'm actually slightly surprised that Confuzzle's outspeeding Meryl at all. You're disgustingly good. Thank you? I'm thinking that I should go to Mount Chimney, but the view around here is nice too. Yeah, I bet it is lovely. Trainer Chips, one of the indicators of a Pokemon's powerfulness is special attack. It stands for special attack. Likewise, special defense stands for special defense. Very nice. So in a situation like this, I'm always tempted to be like, oh, let's go back to the Pokemon Center and heal. But it's like, in reality, it's like, we have Soda Pops. Yeah. I'm gonna fall back on my basest of reactions and go all the way back to the Pokemon Center because, I mean, it's just right here, right? Like, you're never too far away from a healing spot unless you're like, I don't know, in the underwater cavern in like Team Aqua's final base or whatever. Then you're pretty far. Game's gotta go easy on you for a bit. Okay, I'm actually gonna switch Farfetch to the front. the front lines with him. I'm full of pep, and my Pokemon is Peppy too. Is Peppy too. So you have one Pokemon. Indeed. Smoochum actually would have been really good for this. But I just kind of want to see... We're going to get some crits. We should theoretically get a crit like 1 out of 4 times. Hmm? I think it's working. I could have been really lucky there, but I'm pretty sure it's working. Once we get Slash, that should up the crit rate to like 1 out of 3 times. I don't think there's going to be a way for us to reach +4 stage. So, no 50% for us. I don't think there's any way to reach 100% crit rate in Gen 3. I'm strong. I won't cry if I lose. I don't know, if you want to cry, that's fine. Yeah, let's just go for it. Your wings have become harder to Steel Wing. Nothing a little tail whippage can't fix. Ooh, a Nuzleaf. I'm not crying because I miss my mommy. Sniffle. When you're out on a picnic, why you simply have to sing? Come on, sing with me. Man, if only you could like talk to strangers with such childlike splendor in today's world. Ouch. Oh yeah. I feel like these crits are gonna be handy. Special attack +3? What in the shit are these stats? Oh. Oh shit. We might be dead. We came so close. I ain't using a revive to get Farfetch'd back, and I want to use it, so... Here we are! Freaking Modest Nature, dude. What a drag. It's funny because when the in-game trade Farfetch'd you get in Fire Red Leaf Green, I think is always Adamant, which is actually a really good nature for Farfetch'd. And Modest is the exact opposite of Adamant. It boosts your special attack, lowers your attack. Well, Adamant boosts your attack, lowers your attack, and Farfetch'd ain't using any special attacks. So, don't really need that stat anyhow. They're not gonna buckle easy, my friend. Your legs. Okay, Steel Wing, go for it. Okay, I want to see how Smoochum will do here. Because Powdered Snow is a special attack. Should be doing better against these Geodudes than physical attacks, even if they're super effective. Oh, yeah. You know, come to think of it, I should probably send the link to the stream out to some friends in case they want to watch it, you know? Sure. Gonna send it one more spot. Okay, so I'm gonna switch Smoochum to the front, just to deal with these low special attack Pokemon. How about you and me have a battle? Just the two of us. Ha 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 ha. Do you have a hay fever, dude? Is that the, you know, the in joke with these Pokemon games and the hikers having hay fever? A fire type, huh? You would think that Chompster would get, well, like Ammonites in general would get a water move pretty early, but it would seem not. Funny, your tackle, like, did more than Ember. Although, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, Ember is quad resisted, Tackle is just, regular resisted, so Tackle should do more, but you get the same attack bonus from a Nummel, and also just, like, more than anything, just the concept of tackling a rock shell with your body. It just doesn't seem like it would work out. Well, like, trying to burn it, like, I don't know, fire just, as a concept, is just so destructive. Okay, he didn't even have any rock types. Ha ha ha! Something flew up my nose! Ha ha ha! Shoot. Okay, Team Aqua, what you got going? Grumble, what happened to the others who went to Fall Harbor? They are late. Grumble, I'd like to ride the cable car to the top 2. Well, you're gonna have to wait for me to go hit some story flags and progress the story, and then you guys can, do that. I don't think a Grimer. The fact that Grimer's in this cave, I don't know. It's interesting, because it's like, I don't think this cave is, like, contaminated by society, but maybe that's a sign that it is. I don't know. I feel like Grimers and Trebushes and stuff are just a sign of that. Also, this is Pokemon Sapphire. In Ruby, it'd be Coughings instead. Anyways, I don't think I can use Strength until I go beat up Flannery. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna teach Strength, and I might regret this, but I'm gonna teach Strength to Houndoom. Well, I might as well just cheat it to Trico, because I don't think Trico can learn any other HMs, really. That would be useful, like...
I'm gonna double check something. I'm just gonna, double check something here.
Pokemon HMs. There's this nice little calculator. You can use. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, on PokemonDB.net, there's a nice little database you can use for this. And yeah, I mean, Trico can only learn 4 HMs, and it's Cut, Strength, Rock Smash, Flash, so might as well. But you can use this database to be like, hey, I want these combinations of HMs. What Pokemon can I catch for that, basically? Yeah, we don't have the gym badge we need for this. Yep. Slugma. Run away! Frost berries, that'll heal some burns. Pekka berries, those will heal some poison. And one of each more. I don't know if this is just in my head, but whenever I hear a Machops cry, I hear it... In my head, I hear, like, Hillary Chop! Hillary Chop! which doesn't make a ton of sense. But if I was to get a female Machop, I guess I would name it Hillary. Okay, an Electrike. Let's blast it with some of that powdery snow. Just that really cold stuff that's, you know, you ski through. It's perfect for skiing. He's got me paralyzed. He's lowering my defense. He's softening me up. Wow, super potion. How super. He's undone all my progress. Okay, Electrike, you've had a lot of... Oh, shit. I shouldn't have said anything, I guess. Ah, yeah, critical hit. Whalmer. We want to switch out for Whalmer. You know, now that Farfetch'd has the confidence of holding its stick, you know, maybe it can take it. Oh shit, how much is that gonna do? Way too much. Way too much damage. My team is very rock weak. We're sending in the Chompster, who seems to be our one Whalmer savior these days. Quick, bite the thing. Oh, we're not even faster than it. Oh, shit. Oh, good gosh. Okay, we're gonna have to sack somebody, I think. Houndoom, what do you got going for you? You got Ember, but nothing else, really, so that's not really gonna work. Confuzzle I want to use Disable, of course, but I don't think he's gonna be fast enough. He's got the Quick Claw, but the Wilmer's probably just gonna, like, kill us. Smoochum's paralyzed and weak. Farfetch'd is weak. Gosh, little bit of a tricky situation. I kind of want to let Rollout take its course, and then if he starts a fresh Rollout, I can have Confuzzle disable. Otherwise, Rollout could miss at any time. I have a Leer on it as well, so physical moves should do a little more. Yeah, I want to get Confuzzle in there to use Supersonic and disable. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Quick Claw's going to have to activate or something. Yeah. Fat chance of that. Okay. Smoochum, please. He should have maxed out Rollout now, so Sweet Kiss should do good, yeah? You know, in theory. If we can ever move. Oh, shit. Okay, Houndoom, just get in there and... I don't even know how much... If there's another Pokemon I can even roar it out to. Smog? That honestly did more than I thought it would. Houndoom is just so powerful. I think that's going to actually get us through this. Like, Smog is such a terrible move. Okay, Ember it. Man, it is crazy. Absolutely crazy how much these Whelmers are throwing me for a loop. Just a water Pokemon with a rock move, and it just destroys me, man. That's gonna kill me. Oh, shit. Vital Throw is just such a powerful move. It's got that negative priority as a deficit, but... oh, man. Pokemon and trainers learn so much through battling. What's important is you never give up, even if you lose. Yeah, determination is definitely something that people say you learn by doing sports and whatnot. Let's see if we can... hey... I don't think I've ever gone this way from the start. Well, let me get to the heal house early. Oh dear. Aren't your Pokemon a little exhausted? If you'd like, you can rest up here. That's a fine idea. You should do that. That's right. Take your time. Rest up. Oh dear, are your Pokemon still tired? You should take another rest here. It's a fine idea. You should do that. Okay, yep. Oh dear, your Pokemon still tired. So this is like, she just goes on forever in a cycle, and I don't know if this is some sort of inside joke or a reference or something, where it's like an old granny who won't let you leave, who's like really insistent. But I feel like that's probably what that is. It's just like one of those odd, weird things that the older Pokemon games like feel the freedom to do, I guess. In search of trainers, Gabby. Hi, today I'm visiting an area near Route 111. We're trying to spot some up-and-coming new talent in the field. Today, we turned our lens to the trainer, 23 Caterpie. There's something about this trainer that piqued our interest. The best way to determine how strong a trainer is, well, the fastest way is to battle. And so we began our investigation. And that's how we ended up in battle with 23 Caterpie. In a dominating performance, we were flattened, rolled up, and tossed aside. 23 Caterpie is ruthlessly strong. We asked the trainer for a sufficient summation of the battle we shared. The combination of Shroomish and Houndoom was divine. The sight of them, Smoochum and Houndoom, selflessly supporting each other in the thick of battle, it was a marvelous sight to behold. Powder Snow was the move the trainer used last in our battle. The move Powder Snow is Smoochum and Houndoom's sign of friendship. After our battle, we asked 23 Caterpie for a succinct summary. The trainer replied, now. 23 Caterpie's Pokemon Smoochum and Houndoom, and now? That's deep. There's deep significance behind that quote. There's no surprise a good trainer has something good to say. That's all for today. See you again in our next broadcast. So that's an interesting little thing. It keeps track of the last Pokemon you were using in the fight, because I didn't start the fight with Houndoom. I swapped it in later. And then it also kept track of the last move that I used, Powdered Snow. So from like a mechanic standpoint, like it probably was just like who was out when the battle ended, and what was like the last move. Like it kind of kept track of the last state. And you know, Powder Snow really is a sign of friendship between Smoochum and Houndoom. Like they probably get along pretty well. Like I can just imagine like the embers and the Powder Snow is kind of like, you know, intermixing and entangling and creating kind of an art piece. Okay, so our Pokemon are all healed up. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Farfetch'd up front, and I'm going to go back up here and fight this Karate man. To train myself, I challenge all whom I meet. Does that include me? And sure it does. I normally don't fight this guy, like, ever, or, like, you know, really late, like, when I bother coming up here. Even though you can totally just come up here immediately. Ouch. Ouch. Why did you do it? You know, Farfetch should have a 1 in 4 chance to crit, and that Machop, should have only had a 1 in 8 chance to crit with that Karate Chop, but, you know, who's keeping track? Who's keeping count? All I can do is keep training until I defeat strong trainers, such as yourself. It's a good thought. Granny, Granny, I need your bed. Okay. You know, the designs of these houses are interesting. Like, I never really thought of it as a kid much. I was just like, oh yeah, you know, here's the carpet, and here's kind of hardwood floor when you come in. You know, a nice little thing. But that's not really what it is. It looks like this is, like, kind of tile floor, and this is, like, maybe even, like, dirt or something. But then you kind of have this ridge that you kind of step up on. Like, it just seems like it's more of a traditional, kind of maybe Japanese-style home or something. Some type of home that I've never been in. I water my plants lots and lots. A whole bunch of flowers bloomed, and then a whole bunch of berries appeared. Here you go, you can have this. Raspberry. I'm going to try really hard to make some red Pokeblocks. I hope you try hard, too. I think this is one of the ladies you can come to once a day, and you get berries. So maybe I'll do that. I think I'm gonna plant some berries here. We don't have very many Rost berries. Maybe we re-up these. I think we'll do the same for with the Raz. Dude, I love raspberries in real life. They're just like so good. When I was growing up, I was like a farmhand for one of my family's friends for one summer, and they had raspberries growing in their backyard, like big raspberry bushes, and they made their own jam and, you know, other stuff involving the raspberries and preserving them. And that was like the best raspberry jam I've ever had. Like, maybe the best jam in general I've ever had. Like, it's just superb. What do we got here? What's that? What am I doing? I'm thinking about making my own room here using Pokemon Move. I know, I'll give you this TM. Will you use it to make your own room? Yes. Find a big tree. It looks like it might drop some vines. Use your power in front of the tree. Some vines should free and drop down so you can climb the tree. You'll find lots of space for putting your favorite things. It'll be your own secret room, a secret base. You should make one too. Another thing, you won't always have to make your secret base in a tree. Try using secret power on rock walls that have small indents in them. I'm gonna look for other places too. Okay, bye. Sweet. So secret power is like a decent power move for this point in the game, so I think I'm gonna teach it to somebody. Anybody can learn it, which is kind of great, and I think you can buy as many of these as you want back in Slateport now that we've picked this up. So I'm gonna just teach this to, gosh, I can just teach it to multiple people right now. Farfetch for sure, because it's gonna get a stab bonus from it. Because yeah, I mean 70 power, that's pretty good. Like, and you can always get rid of it because you can buy more of them. And like, you know, technically strength is like higher power, but you can't really get rid of it. We're not to the move deleter yet, so it's a little bit more of a high commit thing. Like, you can delete this when the Pokemon learns new moves, no problem. Yeah, it's basically the same power as Steel Wing, but we're actually going to get a stat bonus from it. So, but what should I get rid of? It's kind of a hard choice. Like, we want Peck, even though it's low power, for super effective damage. I mean, do we? Because super effective is just going to, like, double it to 70, and then... like, it'll basically be, like, the same as secret power. Difficult. Difficult. Leer, you know, can soften guys up. Sand Attack is like, if we ever get in like a really tough spot where we're just like, yeah, we just need to like cheese this fight, use Sand Attack and hope and pray. I'm thinking I do want to get rid of Sand Attack though, just because, like, you know, it's never really part of like the strategy to where, like, you shouldn't be relying on it. Like, by the time we get to the Elite Four, we're not going to be relying on Sand Attack to win. If we have to do that, then like we're in a really bad spot. And honestly, here's what Farfetch moves list is probably going to look like by the end. We're probably going to have Swords Dance, we're probably going to have Slash, we're probably going to have Fly. And then the fourth slot might be Agility, or... sorry, I gotta think over. Fly, Swords Dance, Slash. And then the fourth slot... yeah, either Agility to get speed, or some other move, like maybe False Swipe, just for utility. Suffice it to say, like, I don't think Sand Attack is long for this world. Yeah, I'm getting rid of it, tossing it. Okay. And I think you do technically have to make a base somewhere just to, maybe to trigger being able to buy more. I kind of forget. So that'll be our secret base for now. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, really make a secret base and dedicate time to it, just because, that's kind of a whole world of things you can do. Like, if I was gonna, like, and I am gonna probably do some more Gen 3 games over time. And there are some connectivity things you can do between them for secret-based stuff, and I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. Like, I know you can set up battles. Like, you can make a team of, like, 6 Plissies and, like, you know, grind on that. It's more useful in, like, the Gen 6 remakes of Ruby and Sapphire, because you can, like, you know, freely adjust the in-game clock using the system settings of the 3DS, and, you know, just grind forever that way. But you can't really adjust the clock in Ruby and Sapphire, and you can only do those fights like once a day, so I don't know. And there's all the decorations you can collect, and there's like all the different like hard ways of getting the decorations through different like achievements you do in the game. Like, you know, maybe it'll be worth doing at some point, but I don't really want to think about it right now. Okay, is there any other Pokemon that would be useful to learn Secret Power? Like, it would be a straight upgrade of Pound on Smoochum, but Smoochum shouldn't be dedicating any of its moves less to physical attacks, really. There's no point. Omanyte, pretty similar. Like, I could put it over Constrict, it'd be a straight upgrade, but really, like, it shouldn't be using physical attacks either. The only reason it has Rock Tomb is because, like, he's the only Pokemon on my team that could learn Rock Tomb, and it has the whole lower speed 100% of the time thing going for it. So yeah, no point there. It could be useful on Venonat. It would be a straight upgrade to Tackle. I'm gonna have to consider that. And then Houndoom. It might be useful to have, like, I was heavily considering putting Strength on Houndoom for a while there. But, like, Secret Power might just be, like, essentially the same thing, but, like, safer. I'm gonna go buy more right now. Let's test it out right now. Right this instant. I'm gonna move it to the first slot. That goes here. Steel Lane goes here. Yeah, that's feeling good, man. That's feeling pretty good. We're getting strong. I'm trying to think if I've ever used a Numel in a playthrough before. I know I raised a Camerupt at some point in my life for, like, I was, like, theory building out a Trick Room team, and I was, like, really into it, so I actually did all the breeding and made the team. I don't think I ever actually used it in a single battle with anybody, so I did that a lot in my, like, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6 period of my Pokemon obsession. Yeah, I wonder what game that team is sitting in right now. I don't know. I just remember, like, Camerupt, because, like, under what other circumstance would you really use a Camerupt, you know? Oh, got some bananas sprouted here. Just because Camerupt's so slow. He's not, like, dreadfully slow for, like, single-player playthrough or anything. Like, you could probably use one just fine. But in competitive, he's, like, pretty dreadfully slow. He learns good moves, like Eruption. Like, as long as your HP's full, Eruption just does absolute massive damage. But I don't think I've used a Camerupt in a playthrough of, like, Gen 3. I'm trying to think if I would have used one in, like, XE Gale of Darkness or something, or Coliseum. Well, you wouldn't in Coliseum. Coliseum, it's basically all Johto Pokemon is what you have access to. But maybe in XZ, I just don't remember. Okay, I think this is the person who you buy more Secret Powers from. Also, secret-based stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, here it is. Rather spendy, but also rather worth it. Yeah, so that's a good reason not to just stick it on everybody, because, like, you know, it's not cheap. Yeah, Smog is just like 20 power, 70 accuracy, small chance to poison. Like, there's no reason to have it. Like, it saved our butt fighting that Whalmer because Houndoom's stats were so OP, but if it would have had, like, secret power, it would have probably just, like, freaking one-shot the thing. So I saw this person selling TM10, which TM10 is hidden power, which could be good. You just never know. It depends on the IVs of your Pokemon. The higher your IVs are, the stronger it'll be generally, and then depending on the exact combination affects the type. I just know that, like, you know, depending on the type of hidden power you want, like, to get the highest available power of hidden power, like, it's just going to be different combinations of IVs and, like, between 31 and 30 and that sort of thing. So I think generally the lower your IVs are, like, the lower the power of hidden power is going to be. I think. But I don't really want to buy a bunch of hidden powers right now and, like, determine, like, what my hidden power type is, because I don't know. It could be useful, but also, like, doing stuff that's like that that's, like, not really replicable, of, like, oh, like, you couldn't really, like, recommend a team, like, to somebody because it's like, oh yeah, like, I just got lucky with my hidden power type. Like, I don't know. If I just knew, if the game just told me, like, oh yeah, like, if you're on your Amistar, if you teach a hidden power, it'll be like power 63 grass type move, I'd be like, oh sweet, that sounds legit. I'll put it on. But otherwise, like, I'd have to do a bunch of, like, tinkering and figuring it out, and, like, I'm not made out of money in this game right now, so I don't want to just buy 6 of them, so I'd have to, like, buy one, put it on one, do some science to figure out what it is and how strong it is, and then reset, do the next one. And I just don't really feel like doing that right now. So I'm going to go in the game corner here, because I haven't done it yet. And there's definitely prizes I want to get from here eventually, but I don't really want to, can I not? I have to talk to... My brain's overrunning with thoughts right now. There's some TMs here that I want to get. I want to get, like, Ice Beam. I want to get Psychic. Like, I think the only way I'm going to get Ice Beam on my Smoochum/Jinx is with the TM. I also want Psychic on Jinx. The only way to get Psychic on Jinx is to either keep your Smoochum a Smoochum until it's, like, level 40-something, or, you know, just use the TM. And then, yeah, Ice Beam, I think you can only put it on Jinx with a TM. Without the TM, I can use the move relearner to teach it Ice Punch, which is almost just as good. And then otherwise, like, I could put Psychic on, like, Venonat early. I could put Flamethrower on Houndoom early. Like, this is assuming I wanted to spend a bunch of Poké Dollars to do that. Okay, how do you actually get the coin case? But yeah, like, Pokemon Ruby was my first Pokemon game, and so I didn't question a lot of things, but, like, now that, like, I've played Gen 1 and, like, earlier games and later games, like, it's obvious to me, it's like, oh, the whole, like, you have to get the coin case item as its own separate key item, and you don't get it from the reception desk, you have to get it from some other person. It's just, like, I don't know, it feels like it's more of just, like, a callback to Gen 1 for the sake of it. Because it doesn't really make a ton of sense otherwise. And, like, the reason things were so weird in Gen 1 is because, like, the Game Corner was just a front for the Mafia, for Team Rocket. So, there was, like, just weird stuff going on with it. But here it's like, you know, if I was, like, an adult or whatever and I came in here, they'd be like, oh, yeah, sorry, I can't give you tokens because you don't have a holder for the tokens. And I'm not going to give you one. Sorry. Like, unless we're talking, like, club-exclusive stuff, then it just seems weird. The more lightning bolts you stock, the more real-time chances you get. In a game with a maximum 5 real-time chances, it's possible to receive 4 regular bonuses than a big bonus. The big bonus is 660 coins, but it's very difficult to get. Wow, that's a lot of detail. It's easy to lose track of time in here. I should get back to work. It's very difficult to make it stop right on 7. If it stops on 7 during real-time bonus game, you'll get extra coins. Yeah, how do I get a coin case? The lady next door. Did I not go into all the houses in Mauville? Clearly not. Do I need to trade Harbor Mail to her to get the coin case? Hold on. Hold the phone. I forgot this was so complicated. Two collisions. 3 collisions. 4 collisions, 5 collisions. Yes, I suck, I know. Okay. It's funny, if you have the Acrobite and you go on the bike path, like, he'll always say, like, oh yeah, you suck, you're so slow, and it's like, bro, like, I'm riding my, like, trick mountain bike on a speed highway, like, what do you expect from me? Oh, man. Too twitchy, too twitchy. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't think, like, when I was a kid, I don't think I ever realized you could go over here. At least in some of my original playthroughs, I definitely did not know that. It's not super obvious. Okay, lady, I've got the Harbor Mail, so do you want it? Yes. I'm happy to remove your gateway to the addiction of gambling. Okay. So here's the prizes. We can get TM 32, 29, 35, 24, and 13. And then I think this other lady has like secret base prizes. Oh, it's a straight up Trico doll. Like, we got one of those for free. That's crazy. Okay, so let's figure out the stuff for this. Pokemon Gen 3 TMs. I remember that these TMs are generally pretty good. So 32 is double team. I'm not going to be utilizing double team. It's just kind of a cheap tactic. Like, it's not really fun to win that way. 29 is Psychic. So that one would be fantastic. It's not strictly necessary. Both Venonat and Smoochum will learn Psychic eventually on their own. You know, I technically would have to keep Smoochum a Smoochum instead of a Jinx, so, like, it'd be nice if I could just, like, get it here, you know? And then Venonat, if I evolve it into Venomoth, it's not going to learn Psychic for quite a while. So, same sort of thing. And also, if I can get the Psychic TM early, like, it's just going to be a lot more valuable, because the early game will just become even more trivial. So, it'd be great to get 2 of these Psychic TMs. Basically what it comes down to. Flamethrower. Would be nice to be able to teach Houndoom Flamethrower early, because otherwise it doesn't learn Flamethrower on its own until 51. So we're talking like Elite 4 levels there. Let's see, 24 is Thunderbolt. I don't think I actually have any Pokemon that can learn Thunderbolt, unfortunately. And then 13 is Ice Beam. That I'm going to need for sure. Because Jinx isn't going to learn Ice Beam on its own. It needs the TM. And I think the only other place to get Ice Beam, like, you can find an Ice Beam TM somewhere. I think. Well, this list I'm looking at says, yeah, you can get it at the abandoned ship. So as soon as we get Surf, well, you actually might need Dive, too, depending. I forget. Anyways, so the only strictly necessary one we have here is Ice Beam, which isn't even strictly necessary from the game corner. Otherwise, Flamethrower early would be great. Psychic early would be great. Psychic might be actually pretty necessary because, like, I don't think I'm going to want to keep Smoochum, like, indefinitely until, like, in the 40s. But we'll see. Like, maybe we could do that. We actually do get a Psychic TM that we find in Victory Road. So it's also not strictly necessary to get here either. What is the, you know, the conversion rate here? So we can get 500 coins for 10,000 Poke-Yen. So we could get, like, barely enough coins for a double team right now. So I'm going to try to save up my coins and just see where we can get. Basically the amount of money you need to get a 4,000 coin item. So we need to spend 20,000 for 1,000. So 20,000 times 4, like 80,000. just for one of those expensive TMs. So we're almost halfway to getting one of them. And, you know, I could also try to actually win the gambling games, which just is usually almost never worth your time unless you, like, really know what you're doing. Or you just really want to have fun in that sort of way. I don't think that'd be the best use of my time to stream doing that. I just have limited free time in general, so maybe I'll do it at some point for funsies, because you gotta have those roulette tables in this game, which is pretty unique to Gen 3. But I just kind of wanna progress the story right now. The sooner we can get the 5th gym badge, the sooner we can get the amulet coin, the sooner we can start multiplying our money. Just multiplying it. Oodles of money. I think I'm actually going to put Chompster up in front, because I want her to be a little bit higher level by the time we get to the Flannery gym, because like, Chompstar doesn't actually have any water moves, which is going to be make that gym non-trivial, I would say. Okay, you know, I just realized I went down to Mauville and, like, I watered some plants and then I didn't actually go to the left route to water my plants there. But I've been going back and forth, like, a million times already. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll do that before the end of the night. I think this lady we're about to fight actually uses a Rosalia, so I'm gonna put Farfetch'd in front. Actually, Smooch him in front. Oh, your Pokemon look like serious actors. I have to ask you for an engagement. Sorry, I just met you. Jeez. Brooke? That's not a Roselia. Lower my attack all you want. Ain't gonna lower my bites. Funny enough as that is in Gen 3. There's the Roselia. We were just looking at our money situation for those TMs, and I feel like I did spend a decent amount of money recently. Like, I bought those secret power TMs, of course, so that's 6,000 right there. I'm trying to think if there was any other things I did. I feel like there was. I don't remember what it was. Might have been like buying Pokeballs or something. Like, I forget. Hot dang. That did more than I would have liked. Farfetch'd, get in there. Resist the drainage. Shit. At least that was just, you know, merely a crit. But a single slice of reality. slice of possibilities, not a curve to follow. I love the animations of Numel in Pokemon Coliseum. Like, it's almost like the slope. I've never made this connection before, but it's like the Slowpoke of Gen 3, where it's just like its mind moves so slow. And I feel like it's probably like a different physiological reaction, because Slowpoke, I feel like it's his brain that's slow, while Numel, it's just like, it's like his feeling receptors are slow. But, like, the animation in Pokemon Coliseum, when you knock him out, he just kind of, like, stands there, like, what? What's happening? As he, like, slowly, like, tips over. I thought I was raising my Pokemon diligently, but oh no, there's still much to be done. Yeah, because what did you have? You had a Roselia, a Numel, and a Wingull? I feel like you actually can refight that trainer later. And she has, like, a camera up to Roselia and a Pelipper. Oops. And, yeah. Pretty good fight. These kind of ace trainers, they're, you know... They're aces. Okay, we're in Route 113, which means we gotta go find the glass bloomin'. So we can start counting our steps, our ash steps. Oh man, I saw this YouTube video recently that, like, created best match pictures, creating spindafaces, and combining the spindafaces to, like, you know, form an image, and there's like a, you know, a GitHub project for the script that does that. And it's just, like, very interesting. Like, I thought about kind of looking into that. It uses, like, some interesting, like, Python libraries to do that, which I'm not a Python expert, but it seems fun. I, like, just love little fun projects like that. Once you think you've collected a good amount, come to see me, Huff Puff. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what his little tick is when he's talking the whole Huff Puff. Is that him, like, constantly being out of breath because he lives in, like, a hazardous environment? Or is it just, like, a silly, fun, little, quirky, like, you know, thing that you put at the end of their speech because it's just, like, you know, it's like they're saying it out loud. Huff Puff? Huff Puff? Like, I don't know. It's fun to blow a glass flute while my boss is talking. Huff Puff, Huff Puff. Oh, maybe he has a flute and he's, like, blowing on it, like, between his sentences. Man, if only my reading comprehension was, like, better as a kid. Okay, what's the cost of... Because we want a blue flute, we want a yellow flute, we want, like, all the flutes, if we can get them. Because blue flute will wake us up from sleep, yellow flute will, you know, snap us out of confusion. I think red flute snaps us out of infatuation. That one's, like, very rarely comes up. And then the white flute increases encounter rate. Black flute decreases encounter rate. So it's all useful. I think the white and black flutes cost a lot of steps. But I want to get at least some of the cheaper ones right now. So let's go for it. Yeah, and if I was, like, gonna grind up a ton of steps, I would definitely want to use repels. La la la. Okay, yeah. Was almost wondering if my mic wasn't working there for a second, which would have been really awkward, but we're good. Oh my gosh, the freeze. The double freeze. What in the world, man? Like, I think that's a 1 in 100 chance, isn't it? A double freeze in a double battle with powdered snow? Because it's 1 in 10 for each, right? Like, am I wrong about this being 10%? Is it actually higher? Man, that is insane. Yeah, kids, I would, like, be miffed, too, if that happened to me. Just like, oh, dust some powdered snow on you. Oh, you're both frozen. You're both freaking dead. Holy shit. I use this parasol to ward off this filthy, yucky, volcanic ash from my dear Numel. Isn't Nummel like you know, a volcano in and of itself? Oh shit. Magnitude 6, I think that's low enough. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You darn tootin' it doesn't affect me. It's interesting how secret power will, like, change its animation and thus change its, like, secondary effects that it'll have. And yet it's always just a, you know, normal type move. Knockoff. So knockoff is a special attack. It's a dark type. It's only 20 power in Gen 3. That kind of makes me feel like it's not worth it. Because I'm just never going to use it. There's like, it's just so rare that a Pokemon's holding an item and I want to get rid of it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna skip on it. Like, there's definitely cases where I'm gonna want to maybe put, like, Thief on a Pokemon to, like, steal items, but, like, just in very specific cases that I can't even think of one right now. Shit. Shit. So I'm trying to think of, like, what Pokemon's here. It's, like, mostly Spinda. There's the rare chance for a Skarmory, but then I think depending on if it's Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald, like, there's either Slugmas or Sandshrews here. I feel like in Sapphire it's Slugmas. Can't escape? Really? I thought Omanyte really wasn't that slow. I don't think Spinda is that fast. Like, okay, 22, that is pretty bad, actually. Yeah, the only Pokemon that's, like, It is my slowest. Venonat's also pretty slow, which we know he's, like, slow. Yeah, I'm just used to Amistar being overpowered because he's, like, so good on the first gym, like, when I recorded, like, 10 years ago. Not that that's, like, super fresh in my memory or anything. The only reason it's even remotely fresh is because I, like, rewatched those videos. I keep, like, referring back to it like it was yesterday or something. Feint Attack is just, like, such a cool move. I didn't really understand the name as a kid. I'm like, oh, Feint Attack, like... Ooh, I knew. I'm like, how come when I use it, it just doesn't make you faint right away? It's an attack that causes you to faint, no? But then they changed the wording, the spelling of faint, to, like, make it more clear, like, oh, it's just kind of like you're acting like you're not going to hit, but then you come out of nowhere and hit, sort of thing. Which is why it's Dark type. It's kind of a, you know, below bar sort of move. Which is kind of explains the animation, like, oh yeah, I put up this veil and it's all dark and mysterious, and you know, don't look at me, I'm fading out of your vision, and then wham! Wham! Really, Linoon? You're gonna devolve to Sand Attack spam? I've been identified. Phew, this stinks. Man, everybody talks about this area like it sucks. The volcanic ash blocks out the sun, so it doesn't get very warm. That's good for me. I can't stand heat. Okay, let's heal at the Granny Mobile. I feel like they definitely had fun with the implementation in this game of, like, all these kind of, like, I'm trying to think of the word for it, but, like, it keeps track of the state sort of thing, sort of changes. Like, one of the first areas in the game, like, you come across sand that you walk through, and it kind of shows your footsteps as they slowly fade away over time. In this area, you, like, step on the grass, and, like, you know, it goes from an ash-covered piece of grass to, like, a normal piece of grass, and, like, you know, you're updating the state as you go along. Just makes your, you know, the world reacts to your player more, and it's just, you know, it's a good feeling. It's a very good feeling. Okay, I'm going to set the item finder. Can I check how much I have? No. Oh, it is Sandshrew. Look at that. Can I bite you? For free? Not totally for free. That's a fun spinda. From out of the ashes, I leap. Yaw! I challenge thee. That's why I have my rock type up front. Oh my gosh, I'm learning Water Gun at level 19? Okay. Okay. Putting that over Constrict. Maybe the Fire Gem's not going to be so bad, even though Water Gun's, like, not that, like, powerful of a move. Okay, so now we're interesting here. I'm gonna put Water Gun here. So, like, even though Water Gun is my stab move, I think it's only, like, 40 power, right? Like, yeah. Bite is 60. So, like, Water Gun plus stab get you up to 60, essentially. So, like, Bite and Water Gun are be doing the same amount of, like, damage, basically. But it's more coverage. So that's great. Bite has a chance to flinch, so I'm going to stick with that for the moment. Also, I am totally have the black glasses on the star, which increases the power of the dark type move, Bite. Confusion coming in clutch. I feel like we have so many status moves on like all of our Pokemon. Like not directly, but just like, you know, we have Confusion on Confuzzle that causes Pokemon, the opponents to like get confused a lot. We have Powder Snow on Smoochum for freezing the opponents. We're like burning opponents pretty often with Ember. We're getting critical hits a lot with Farfetch'd. Ooh. Poison Powder. I feel like I don't necessarily need Poison Powder. Like, I don't know when I'm going to be in a situation where it's like, oh, I want to poison the enemy so it can slowly whittle away. And Confuzzle's going to get more powder moves coming up. Like, it's going to get access to, you know, Stun Spore and Sleep Powder and all these. And, you know, I'm definitely not going to have all of them. And I'd rather have Stun Spore or Sleep Powder over Poison Powder any day. And I would probably put those ones over some of my moves. But Poison Powder, like, you know, its accuracy's not great. None of their accuracies are great, per se. But, yeah, Poison, it's just... So here's my thought. Like, when I get Stun Spore, I'll probably put it over Disable. So that Supersonic and, like, Stun Spore, you know, the Paralyzation, Confusion combo. Pretty good combo. But I think I will keep Disable for now over Poison Powder. Just because, like, on occasion it comes up. Like, it'd be useful to hit a Pokemon using Rollout with Disable. Although that hasn't worked super successfully because Confuzzle's a little slow. Disable's not very accurate, even with Compound Eyes. A 75 accuracy move with Compound Eyes is a lot better off than 55. So, yeah. We're not going to go with Poison Powder. Wow. honored. I admit defeat. Honorable honor. Yeah. Yeah, we got the flinches, we got the confusion, we got the birds, we got the freezes, we got the crits. It's all here on the exotic team. Ooh, 7 HP. I don't know if you're gonna survive. Oh, shit. You're definitely not. Oh, boy. Okay, we've hit 10 p.m. my time, so it is getting late and I have to work tomorrow. And I am going to have family coming over and all that, so I'm probably not going to stream this weekend, per se. But I'm going to go for a little longer here. I'm not going to stop right here, right now. I'm just bringing it up. Okay, this might be utterly ridiculous, but I do want to backtrack and check on those berries. I'm just like, I don't know, this is just how I play the game. I think of something I want to do and then I go do it. Like, it's just kind of how it goes. Hopefully I remember to pick up my raspberries because I just spent my last one. The fact that you can only water one berry at a time, like, it probably would make sense to be like, as soon as you plant the berry, just keep hitting A to water it. Like, that probably does make sense. Oh man, like, the more I progress with this game, the more I want to get my Pokemon nicknamed. And I feel like there's some on the tip of my tongue, like for Smoochum and Houndoom and even Farfetch now that, like, I feel like it's kind of like stepping up to the plate a little bit more. Like, I'm gonna have to sleep on it though. Ooh, got the encounter. We take that. First Pokemon to ever Water Gun. Absolutely crazy that Chompster doesn't learn Water Gun until level 19. It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Ooh, 4 banana berries on one plant. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Random thought, but does anybody want to rematch me? Like, is that a thing that trainers do at this point in the game? Like, it's not looking like it. That might be like an after Gym 5 situation. Were they this progressed before? I thought they were just little leaves. These Nanab plants in this state look like the most, look at it and think amateur kind of pixel art sort of situation. Not because I could do better, but just, I don't know, they just kind of stick out as... They don't seem cohesive with the rest of the world. Also, there must be some category of berry that just grows insanely quick, because I feel like just during the course of this recording, those Nanab berries have just, like, gone 2 stages, which is just wild. I think pineapples are similar. That was a perfect example of how some Gen 1 Pokemon like have nearly identical cries, and it's like Ammonite and Machop. That was gosh dang near identical. For some reason, like, you know, they might be identical. Maybe they've like slightly differentiated them in like later generations as there were better constraints, but like when I imagine Ammonite's cry, like I imagine it's making that kind of mollusky kind of a sound, like shells rubbing up against each other, like well, like Machop is like hello chop, like I don't know. Maybe it's literally the same and it's just the visuals like tricking my brain, but I want to say it's different. Maybe if I was put to a blind test, maybe I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Is it really today's technology that is able to turn volcanic ash into glass? Because you would just think that that'd be like kind of medieval technology that could do that. Thanks for finding me, but we still have to battle. Aye aye, cappuccino. It makes sense that you don't have to fight a trainer in this game on the normal route of, you know, course of action, where you have to fight a Shedinja, because you could very easily get into a situation where you just can't. There's nothing you can do to beat it. But I feel like for such an interesting concept of a Pokemon, like, it would have been neat for them to have done something, you know? Oh, man. Okay, yeah, this Ninjask is now faster than everything I have, shortly. Aha, lower its speed. Also, just murk it. I'll use my ninjutsu on you, Volcanic Ash Swirl Cloak. What, it's already over? You know what's crummy about hiding? It's lonely if no one comes around. I could see that, for sure. Turning volcanic ash into glass items. Like, I could imagine, like, you know, because if you're hiding, you're doing it to, like in this sort of situations, it's like you want to ambush somebody. You, like, want to get something out of it. You want to have that interaction. And if nobody comes around, it's like, I don't know. It's lonely. It's lonely. TM32. What are you? Who are you? Double team. Yeah, we don't need that. The volcano's eruption is proof that the Earth is alive. It's certainly an active, like, system. Okay, have I really fought everybody on this route? This seems like I wouldn't have. Do I have any repels? I've got 2. Might as well use it. Yeah, that's surely enough to get us something. Okay, these pretty items, I think, cost a lot of ash. Like, even as a kid, I'm like, holy shit, I don't want to do that. The blue flute, I think we have enough for. So I want the blue and yellow flute. Those are like, you know, semi-non-negotiable. And then the black and white flutes would be really nice to have too. Red flute, maybe as a token item. So what does it cost for the yellow flute? Interesting. Very interesting. I'm guessing it requires like 500 maybe. Yeah, red's similar to yellow. Oh gosh. It's like 900. Okay, let's get the blue flute. It's kind of crazy that in Ruby and Sapphire there was no preview for like what the item looked like anywhere. Like you didn't get that until Fire Red Leaf Green and then Emerald. Yeah, I guess I'll come get the remaining flutes later. I want to get to Fall Harbor Town just to progress a little bit. I remember at Emerald there was a double battle right here. Oh man, just looking at this like little intro scene here of like coming into Fall Harbor Town, you have like these really fertile looking land that you have these plants growing out of. Like, I don't know. There's just something about it to take in. Like, you have all this ash, like if you're standing here and then like you're walking in here and you're seeing the ash kind of like fall, you have this transition and it's just like that ash probably is pretty dang nutritious for plants, I would think. It's got all that nitrogen. A nugget, that's like 250 Game Corner coins, essentially. Professor Cosmo went off to Meteor Falls on Route 114 with some people from Team Aqua. Oh, I'm sure it's all on the up and up then. Have you already challenged Flannery, the leader of the Lava Ridge Gym? The girl's grandfather was famous. He was one of the Elite Four in the Pokemon League at one point. It wouldn't surprise me to see Flannery become a great trainer in her own right. I totally forgot that Flannery had family who would have been in the Elite Four at some point. That's really rad. Fall Harbor Town, a farm community with small gardens. See, take a look. This is my precious Azuro. It's slick and smooth and plushy, too. Man, back in the day, like, I remember Meryl. Well, I mean, I don't remember. I've read that, like, Meryl was, like, a huge deal when Gen 2 came out. It'd be before it had, like, a name, and it was, like, an early preview, and people, like, saw early, like, art of it. People were calling it, like, Peekaboo. And then, like, Gen 3 comes out and it introduces some more baby Pokemon, like Azurill, and it's like, you know, clearly they're going on some sort of trend there. I'm having a hard time deciding if I should make my Skitty evolve or not. I only have to use this Moonstone, but it's so hard to decide. If I make it evolve, it'll become much stronger, but it'll look different too. This nugget I found here, I suppose I have to sell it, seeing as how it has no other use. Lots of good hints here. This guy's talking about selling a nugget. There's like a nugget right outside you can find. And then Skitty, like, you know, if this is your first Pokemon game, how would you ever know if you're using like, if you catch a Skitty back in Rustboro City and you're still using it, like, now would probably be a great time to evolve it. I would think. Like, I'm gonna look this up. Because normally Pokemon that you evolve with the stone, the issue is that they don't want to learn any more moves, really, once you evolve them. It's kind of like the cutoff point. Like, how far do you raise this Pokemon who's relatively weak? You can make them strong at any point, but they're not going to be able to learn any more moves. It's like a really interesting gameplay decision. So yeah, I mean, a Skitty learns its last move at level 39, so you're not going to have it to 39 by now. You'd probably have it, like, in, you know, mid to low 20s. So, like, it learns Charm at 25, and Attack at 27, Covet at 31, Heal Bell at 37, Double Edge at 39. So those are definitely some good moves. If I check Delcatty, like, yeah, it doesn't learn any level up moves. It's just got Growl, Attract, Sing, Double Slap. So I would have to think about what I would want to have on a Delcatty. But, like, on a Skitty, just looking at it, like, you're going to want Assist. Charm might be good. Feint Attack might be good. Covet is, like, pretty exclusive. Like, it's basically Thief, but normal type. Heal Bell, also pretty exclusive move. Not really sure how useful that is during, like, single player. And then, like, Double Edge, I mean, you're probably just going to want Return instead of Double Edge. So, if you don't really care about Covet because you can get Thief, you're not really going to use Heal Bell during single player, you're going to use Return instead of Double Edge. Like, you just have to get it up to 27 to get Feint Attack. If you don't really want Feint Attack, 25 for Charm. If you don't even want that, like 19 for Assist. Yeah, you could totally evolve it now, potentially. I wish this told me how many of the item that I was holding. Yeah, don't need any of that. Yeah, I think I spent some money on Pokeballs and stuff just because, even though I'm not playing to, like, complete the Pokedex in this game or, like, catch very many Pokemon at all in general, like, it's just nice to have some Pokeballs just in case you decide you want to catch something. Come across a shiny, come across something rare, like, you know. And we're going to catch some Pokemon later. We're going to catch a Groudon, probably. Like, we're going to catch Kyogre, because it's part of the story. But I mean, we're going to catch Kyogre and a Net Ball, obviously, if we want to not go insane. What's up? What's up? I saw a shady fellow scuttling in and out of Professor Cosmo's lab. Oh, how interesting. Pokemon Contest Super Rank registration. Burst onto the Pokemon scene. Move Tutor's house. New moves taught to Pokemon. It's not really new moves, it's like old moves, but, you know. Okay, I just want to see what everybody has access to. Relearn. Okay, so wow, the only move that Almanac can relearn is Constrict. That's kind of funny. Smoochum doesn't have any moves it can relearn. Farfetch doesn't really have very many. Like, it kind of only had access to learn these moves very recently. Just deleted Sand Attack. Just gave up on Fury Attack like yesterday. Just gave up on Knockoff like a little tiny bit ago. Confuzzle. Yeah, nothing crazy. So pretty much what I'm gonna use him for, because he will be useful at some point. Once Smoochum evolves into Jinx, if I'm still a long way from getting Ice Beam, I can use a move tutor to get Ice Punch. That will be useful. Otherwise, let me see here. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Ammonite's ever gonna need it. Yeah, I can get Ice Punch on Jinx. I can get Lovely Kiss on Jinx. Because Smoochum gets Sweet Kiss, Jinx gets Lovely Kiss. Lovely Kiss puts Pokemon to sleep. Could be useful, honestly. What else do we got? I guess Smoochum learns Sing at 25. But I mean, Lovely Kiss is basically a better Sing because Lovely Kiss has 75 accuracy, Sing has 55 accuracy. Farfetch'd, yeah, I mean, just is what it is. Venomoth. Okay, once it evolves into Venomoth, we can use the move relearner to get Silverwind. That could be useful. 60 power bug move. Like, it only has 5 PP is the shitty thing. But yeah, that's certainly a concept. And then yeah, Houndoom, no need for it really. So pretty much the only definitive thing we're gonna do is Ice Punch on Jinx, maybe. And then potentially Silverwind on Venomont. Let's explore the contest hall. They had a sketch of my Pokemon up on the wall over there, but they changed it with a new one already. I'm gonna enter my Hana in contest so we can get her sketch up again. I wonder what Pokemon Hana is. Hi, are you making any Pokeblocks? You should come by with a bunch of berries sometime. Okay. Hello, Mr. Artist.
You see how they display sketch of a contest winner here. I sketched them. If any of your Pokemon wins a contest, I'd gladly make a sketch of it.
Beauty contest winner, Liana's Abrelo. Man, the colored pencil feel, I'm liking it. Not sure how I feel about its eye being kind of like left blank like that, but you know, it is what it is. See, my Pokemon won all these ribbons. Have your Pokemon earned any ribbons? You can check them with the Pokénav. They have not. I must say that they have not. We do alright in the preliminary round, but we can never win the appeals. Maybe it means I have to watch what other contestants are doing? Indeed. It's very important, the order and all that stuff. Using a move after another move. It's kind of like the main thing you can do in a contest is that whole situation other than just like, you know, being readied up on Pokeblocks. I can't beat gym leaders. I can't win any contests. I've been here, there, and everywhere, and it's all for naught. Wow, there's no but. But dude, you can totally, like, do it. Not saying it's easy. And it might take a big time investment, but you can certainly do it. Fossil Maniac's house. Fossils greatly accepted. I don't remember what this house even does in this game. Like, I know in Emerald, like, you can, you know, get the second fossil that you missed out on in the desert. My big brother's the Fossil Maniac. He's a nice guy who loves fossils. He loves digging holes, too. He dug this hole by himself. You can have this, so you can dig holes just like my big brother. Ooh. Forgot you got dig right now. I mean, it makes sense, because, like, on the various videos I've been watching on YouTube, like, a big strategy for beating Norman is, you know, you get in a really good pattern with using dig against slacking between his truant turns. What Pokemon do I have that can even use dig? None. Okay, that answers that. You would think maybe Houndoom could use dig. I'm the Fossil Maniac. I'm a nice guy who loves fossils. Do you want a fossil? But the fossils around these parts all belong to me, and none for you. If you can't go without a fossil, go to the desert on Route 111. From what I hear, fossils that were buried in the sand sometimes raise to the surface from sandstorms. Yeah, so I guess in Ruby and Sapphire, he might just be a hint for where you have to go to get a fossil Pokemon, which you can't do until after you beat Flannery's gym. But then you might be able to come back here once you do that, and I don't know if anything comes of it. I know in Emerald, like, he digs a bigger hole, and that's where you end up getting Ditto, which is freaking awesome. All my Pokemon does is roar. No one dare comes near me. Scythe, you would please take this TM away. TM05 contains roar. A roar sends Pokemon scurrying. Out of curiosity, can any of my Pokemon learn that? Nope. Houndoom can, but already learns it. Already has learned it. Already knows it. That is to say. I like to fish, but I also like to battle. If anyone challenges me, I'm there, even if I'm fishing. Fisherman Nolan. Slam him. Banana slammer. I like to battle, but doesn't mean I'm good at it. If we were fishing, you wouldn't stand a chance against me. So bring on your Pokemon. Beep boop. But yeah, Goldeen just like looks so cool. Like, this is probably the game that Goldeen has looked the coolest. Like, just with all those frills on it. And just that very distinctive horn. I just feel like its body is too small in, like, the 3D incarnations. Hey, who allowed you to get a critical hit on me? Cloud. If we were fishing, I would have won. That's what all you fishermen say. You unoriginal sons of guns of us. I think I'll try my luck at landing a big one at Meteor Falls. There has to be something in there. I just know it. I just dang dear know it. I need to exercise after a meal. Let's have a match. Picked a girl, Nancy. Send out a Meryl. Meryl? Secret Power's been working out pretty good. Pretty high power. Paralysis has been holding strong. Oh no. I just had a tasty meal. I'm getting drowsy. Dude, that was like me earlier today. I was at work. I went and had lunch with some friends from work. And then, like, I don't know, I had this big chicken burger from a place with these nice sidewinder fries. And, like, I like food coma so hard I could hardly focus on, like, what I was doing after lunch at work. It was a struggle. Personberries. I'm gathering berries so I can win in a Pokemon contest. If you'd like, I'd share one with you. Another one of those guys who shares his berries. Good luck to you two. Okay, so I forget. I don't remember if I went in the Pokemon Center in Fall Harbor Town or not. And I think you might have needed to, because I think that's where Lynette is. And if you don't get her, then she doesn't show up here? Is that true? Yeah, she ain't here. Oh, Bill, aren't you cool? Yeah, all the details of a system that like you don't even have to think about. And it just seems so meta of like you design this gameplay system that's like kind of like probably a lot of work to get right, and then like um you kind of show that by like the diegetic person who like makes the system in the game like has all these freaking research notes and computers because this is like such an ordeal. Not that it's like that complex of a system or anything, but like, you know, doing it on a Game Boy Advance, like, I don't know. It's probably, you know, took some work. Because it is a really good sword system. It's basically the groundwork for like so many Pokemon games afterwards. They didn't change it a ton, just made like some minor improvements. Anyhow, I'm gonna go actually get Lynette so that she can give me, I think she gives me something. So it'd probably be worth doing. I wonder what Pokemon looked like a long, long time ago. Maybe the Fossil Maniac at the edge of town will know. In the fields of Fall Harbor, we plant seedlings of hardy trees that thrive even in volcanic ash. Even in volcanic ash. Okay, so maybe the volcanic ash is, you know, a detriment. You know, it probably covers up the leaves. Prevents photosynthesis. Excuse me, Lynette, but I would like to talk to you. Oh, hello, you are? Okay, your name's 23 Caterpie. I see that you're a trainer. So that means that you use the Pokemon Sword system I developed? How I arrived at that conclusion is a simple deductive process. You spoke to me because you wanted to access something on this PC. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Lynette. Honestly, I'm glad to meet you. It's great that you're using the storage system. If you could, please visit me at my home. My house is in Route 114. I don't think I actually have any Pokemon in here. Yeah, sure don't. When Lynette walked out of the Pokemon Center, did it like make the little like sound of like that sound when you walk in the door? Because it doesn't make that sound when you walk out. So that's just an interesting detail that I've never noticed. Also, I'm not really sure how to pronounce her name. Like, I know that it's a pun on, LAN, because it's a computer network, so it's LAN. So maybe it's LANnet. It's just like the internet, LANnet. Okay. My brain like keeps wanting to like go back to the previous route and walk around to the ash and get the flutes, but I think I'm gonna do that like just on the analog pocket itself, like handheld. Later. I don't want to do it right now. Okay, I need to get Chomstar going. Because we need to get a few more levels before Flannery just kicks our ass for being underleveled. Well, sure. I'm in the mood for it. I'll teach you a little about Pokemon. Thank you. That's why I'm playing this game. Tyra and Ivy. Ooh, a Graveler. That's fun. Ooh. I don't know if the critical hit was needed, but it's always fun. Graveler looks so fluffy in this game. For some reason, I thought if you like hit select or something on this screen, like it's start. Your health bar can switch over to, digits instead of a bar. And, like, the screen almost looks cursed. Like, it's so weird seeing a Pokemon screen and then it's, like, not a health bar. What an amazing battle style. Truly amazing. I was teaching my junior Ivy about Pokemon. Oh, so you were talking to her, not even me. Wow. I started training Pokemon because Tyra, my student mentor, taught me. Well, how good for you. How lovely for you. Camping's fun. You can fish, roast marshmallows, and tell spooky stories, but the best of all are the Pokemon battles. Camper Shane. Send out a Shrew-Sand. Chomster's just gonna gun it with some water. Nuzleaf. We better switch that baby out. Man, I wonder what was up with that. There's nature power, there's secret power, there's hidden power. I think hidden power was a thing in Gen 2. It might not have been, actually. I honestly forget. But I'm pretty sure secret power and nature's power is new in Gen 3. It's just like all these like mystical power sort of moves. But they're all like very different from each other as well. Like, ooh, Sapphire. man, Sapphire color palette. Like on this, like, yeah, that's like so interesting. Like, I'm gonna look up what it looks like, just like raw colors, just to see. Poison. Viper. Yeah, it's like a neon kind of purple color. I feel like neon purples are like affected the most in this to be like more subdued. And I actually really like the look of that right there. Like, I feel like Gengar actually... Oh shit. If you see Gengar... It actually looks a lot more like its modern incarnations when you see it in this color palette. It's not like this really bright purple, it's like more subdued. And I wonder if like that was the kind of intended art for it? Like, I don't know. I'm not even slower than Sapphire, so I don't know why I couldn't run from the beginning. Let's just catch it, you know? We've come this far. And it's a version exclusive! Can't even get it in Emerald, I don't think. Fang Snake. Slashes foes and douses them with secreted poison. This Pokemon will not give up its long-running blood feud with Zangoose. And literally catching that Sapphire reminded me that Lynette is right here. It's not going to be called someone's PC for much longer. It's going to be Lynette's PC. Oh, hi 23 Cappy. I'm sorry it's so cluttered. I get so engrossed in research, things end up this way, it's embarrassing. Please keep this a secret in exchange for this Lotad doll. You should organize your boxes so you can tell which Pokemon are in them. I mean, that is the most generic ass advice I've ever heard. Okay. But sometimes the most, like, generic sounding, back to basics sort of advice is the exact kind of advice that you might need. So. Ooh, a Lotad, another version exclusive. Carbos. Oh, you want to battle against my Pokemon? I forget, do you have a Rhyhorn or something? No, you're just gonna have an Aaron. Yeah. I think if you do enough rematches with this guy, I think he eventually gets an Aggron or a Laren. I forget. Maybe he adds a Rhyhorn to his team. I forget. My Pokemon. A big body that's all lumpy and hard, enormous horns, vicious fangs. I wish I had a Pokemon like that. Well, maybe you will. protein. Farfetch'd, you need as much attack as you can muster. Possibly muster. If you're lighting a campfire, make sure you have water handy. Water bucket. Tinsler Bernie. Oh, man, all the trainer classes in Gen 3 were so interesting. Like, I know that there were Pyros in Gen 2, but still. I don't know if this is coming through the recording or not, but I feel like the audio is ever so slightly desynced from the video. Like, not enough for it to be, like, affect the gameplay or really throw things off, but I feel like, you know, it's like, you know, the milliseconds are adding up. We're up to maybe, like, maybe not quite 100 milliseconds delay or something, but, like, it's just, you know, I hit the button and then hear the sound, you know? This has been my longest stream thus far. We're up to like 2.5 hours. I feel like I want to get into Meteor Falls and like confront Team Aqua to like kick off that story flag. And then we can maybe call it a stream at that point. I just like want to reach a comfortable spot to where I can comfortably be like, yeah, I'll go back and like water berries and stuff off stream. With like no awkwardness of like backtracking. The mountains are unforgiving. Unforgiving mistresses. In the winter, mountains turn deadly with blizzards and avalanches. And that would have been cool to see in this game. Not really any ice areas other than just that one deep cave where the snow runs live. Yelly. You're supposed to shout lay, yelly, hoo hoo, since it doesn't echo here. Hiker Letty. It's been a while since I've used Confuzzle, so I want to get him out there. Like, I want to see how Secret Power compares to Confusion. Because according to the summary, Confusion has a power of 50. Secret Power has a power of 70. Confusion's going to be super effective on this Machop, but my attack is higher. So, like, you know, I just want to see how it goes. I'm going to guess Confusion's going to do more, because, like, super effective, that's 100 versus 70. So, let's do Secret Power first. And it confused him. I don't know why the rock one confuses, but, you know, I'll take it. So, he's down to half. The secret power did, like, a quarter. So, if confusion kills, it does more. Not quite. It did, like, slightly more. Wow, snapped out right away. What a annoying situation. I think we have 3 moves that confuse this guy right now. Yulehi. When I was a wee tag, I believe there was someone copying me and shouting back, Yedalehi-hoo. You must have been very young. Rustboro City through here. Yeah, I didn't even... I just never read signs as a kid, because, like, the route that actually takes you to Rustboro City, I, like... You know, I went to Rustboro City and all that, at different points, and it's interesting, because it's, like, only Rustboro City isn't even necessarily what you want to do. Like, once you go to Meteor Falls here, you want to go back to the volcano. The fastest way might just be to backtrack, honestly. Well, it's debatable. Going around the bottom might be faster, actually, because you could avoid that tall grass. But yeah, the other thing is just, like, the route, like... I think it's, like, a secret. It might not be. It might be totally obvious, but we don't have a map to look at. But there's that kind of stretch of land that you can get up to on the route past Meteor Falls here, where you have to surf and then you go north. It's the only place in the game to find Jigglypuff, and there's some trees up there and some fights. Like, I legitimately never even knew about that location as a kid for, like, a long time, and then finally, like, I, like, stumbled across it, and, like, it was, like, a magical experience. It's, like, there was, like, more areas in the game that I didn't know about, like, with trainers to fight, and, like, Pokemon that I didn't know you could catch, and stuff like that. Like, just totally wild. And it's just crazy, because it's, like, such a small section in a game, like, you know, the level of effort to add something like that, nothing crazy. Meanwhile, in a more modern game like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it's like, if you want to add a whole area like that, like, it's probably like a whole kind of big deal to, like, make it cohesive with the rest of the kind of 3D world and, like, designing the map or whatever. And, like, the payoff is less, because it's just like every piece of content just feels less important somehow. It's like, oh yeah, more world, there's always more world, whatever, like, big empty areas or whatever. Not that those are bad games. I think they were good games. I just fell off of them because it was like, I got to the post game, it didn't feel like there was much going on, and just the performance was really just straining on me. And I'm like, I don't really want to deal with this anymore. And then I never really picked up the DLC. Even hear that some of it's good. I don't really ever want to be a negative Nancy and, like, put down stuff, like, when it's not really necessary. I like to think about things critically and, like, you know, say what I think and be true to what I say, but I don't want to be overly negative. I like to see the positive things in everything. That's kind of like my style. There's no need to be overly negative. There's so much negativity in the world already. Like, I'd rather find the good. With this meteorite, Mount Chimney will... Eh? I don't know who you are, but if you get in the way of Team Aqua, don't expect any mercy. Hold it right there, Team Aqua. We, Team Magma, won't allow you to get away with your misdeeds. Hehehe, even Team Magma joins us. But it's too much trouble to deal with you all. Heh, it doesn't matter. We've got the meteorite, so off to Mount Chimney we go. Hehehe, be seeing you, Team Magma dingbats! And you are? Fine. Sewer 23 Caterpie. I am Maxie. As head of Team Magma, I have dedicated myself to thwarting the dangerous plans of Team Aqua. Why? Because Team Aqua is a grave threat to us all. They have committed many destructive acts in their bids to enlarge the sea. We, Team Magma, love dry land above all. Team Aqua is our sworn enemy. Maxie, we should give chase to Team Aqua. Yes, yes we must. We've got to hurry. There's no telling what Team Aqua will do at Mount Chimney. 23 Caterpie, you should keep an eye out for Team Aqua too. Farewell. Professor Cosma? I'm Cosmo. I'm a professor. I usually study meteorites in Fall Harbor Town. When some people from Team Aqua made me guide them to Meteor Falls, but they promised me that they would excavate meteorites for me, but Team Aqua tricked me. So that meteorite, it will never be mine now. But that Team Aqua, what are they gonna do with that meteorite at Mount Chimney? It's an amazing question. It's actually kind of a little bit dumb. Like, I think in Pokemon Sapphire here, Team Aqua's like, oh yeah, we're gonna like totally just like turn off this volcano by using the meteorite and whatever. Like, I don't know. It doesn't directly expand the sea. Well, Team Magma's like, we're going to expand the land by making this volcano become active. It's like, holy shit. Don't do that. I always thought as a kid, like, oh, there's some puzzle going on here. Like, you have to figure out which ones to jump down to get to where you need. And it's like, no, it's like, all leads to the same place, basically. Meteor Pulse, Soul Harbor Town, through here. My strongest skill is bursting kicks to my forehead. What did he say? Oh man. Okay, I am getting tired. We are past 11 o'clock, so I'm probably gonna... I don't know. This is a really short route, so I'll clear it out, and we'll call it good. I guess Venonat is another really good example of the color palette. Like, I mean, just another example of a purple Pokemon, like, being affected by this color palette. Great ball. That's great. So we have Razes. No, Flux. Okay. Let's get Smoochum up front. It's the only one that's not hit 20 yet. I have a rare Pokemon. Would you like me to show you? Yes. What is it, a Zongoose? A Zongoose? Yes. It actually is rare in Pokemon Sapphire. That's just gonna murder me. Zangoose is actually pretty legit. Slow that baby down. Slow him right down and go for the flinches. That's scary. Get him out of here. Yeah, Zangoose could probably do what our Farfetch'd is gonna do, but better, but oh well. We have critical hit rate on our side. I have this rare Pokemon. It's enough to keep me satisfied. Okay. Okay. I believe you. Ooh, a heart scale right behind the Skirl. So now we have another use of the move relearner. Man, like, this girl running in place on the beach here is actually, like, really memorable to me for whatever reason. Like, I just feel like there's just some interesting little animation they do in this game. It's like just totally reusing animation, but it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just run in place on the beach here. And it just reminded me, like, oh yeah, there's like this trainer girl who's like, you know, doing exercises out here. Part of her, like, you know, it's late. My brain is failing me, but like, kind of fighter, kind of training, physical exercise, physical things, and you're like training on this beach. And I've always been like a really awkward person, like going out and like doing things like that by myself. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like, you know, go exercise out here where somebody might see me. But I don't know. Like the social aspects in this game is just like, you know, the way that people talk to each other, treat each other. It's all just very like, I don't know. I feel like it's something that I don't really get. I feel like people like are just mean to each other in real life. This beach is my secret training spot. Don't come butting in. Battle Girl Cindy. Accuracy fell. Now that's slightly cheesy. Slightly cheesy. Ow. Maybe you could have survived that with no critical hits and it just did 2 hits. I haven't trained enough. The sand acts as a cushion to reduce impact and prevent injury. This is a perfect place to train. You know, that makes sense. There are those, like, dogs that run really fast, and, you know, it takes a lot of power to run that fast. Your legs are just going like crazy, and it's a lot of stress on your legs to do that. And if you take them to the beach where they are able to run and they start running at max speed on the beach, they realize, oh shit, like, you know, it's all cushioned. And they love it. Okay, so we've reached Rustboro. The next thing we need to do to progress the story is go to the volcano north of Mauville to get to Lava Ridge Town to do the next gym. Once we do that, like, we'll get the Go Goggles, we can go to the desert, explore around there. We can go do the 5th gym at our leisure. Once we do that, we'll have surf, and we can, like, the world's our freaking oyster at that point. But yeah, for now, in the meantime, gonna try to pick the berries that I have planted over time here. I'm gonna try to come up with nicknames for my Pokemon. And yeah, other than that, like, probably gonna be a pretty busy weekend for me. Not sure when I'm gonna be able to stream next. Maybe Sunday at the earliest. I don't know. It's all whatever. It's all just whatever. It's gonna happen is when it'll happen. But did I say it? I'm gonna say it again. Anyhow, that's gonna be it for me. I'll see you guys later.